Here we have an outstanding Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigy made out of beautiful cobalt blue volcanic glass from Indonesia, West Java, Indonesia, where they're digging these up in alluvial fields that were over 12,000 years ago, Paleolithic offering fields. And I believe that these were made and used to ward off evil spirits, among other things, and may have also portrayed a mammoth tradition over 2 million years, dating back to Homo habilis, that could have to do with Mother Mammoth, maybe thinking that we evolved from the mammoth, and revering the mammoth worldwide, as this effigy type is found on all continents. I have them from all continents except Antarctica, and they're the most common Paleolithic artifact on planet Earth. Now, what we have here is an outstanding mammoth. This piece is reminiscent of the one that I just published from Mount Carcom, in that it does seem to show a bit of a mammoth age progression. In this view, we see a juvenile mammoth facing left with its trunk coming down here and its eye beautifully engraved into the stone. Now let me pick this up so you can see how large this is. This is a flake. This is a paleo flake. It's quite thin. It was flaked off a larger stone, and it's a great mammoth image, and you can see that the eye is engraved beautifully right there, with all the hair, eyebrows or hair around the eye flaring away from the eye. Beautiful workmanship of a juvenile mammoth, now with his trunk here facing off to the left, and you can see his hair along his body's been engraved as well, and we'll see that on the when we turn it vertically to view the faces. But that eye was beautifully engraved in there with the engraving of that hair flaring away from the eye. What a great mammoth image that is now, facing left. Just outstanding. And the Paleo Indians work this all the way around with little pressure flaking and or grinding to get the image of this mammoth. They did some work down here, but this flake was largely in that shape when it was flaked off the parent stone. Look at that eye, wow. Then if we use this intentionally flaked eye right down here as a mammoth, and that's the baby mammoth with his little beak of a trunk and massive hair tuft above the head. If we use this eye here as its eye of the baby mammoth. And this is going to be the eye of the mature mammoth when we turn it over upside down. But you see here, we have the juvenile mammoth, we have the baby mammoth, baby to juvenile. And then when we turn it upside down, oh wow, now we have a great mammoth with its eye up here, and you can see all that engraving for the hair flaring away from the eye. And this is the mature mammoth now, with the eye right here, and then you see all that engraving. That's actually been etched and engraved into the stone, much like the Mount Shasta specimens that you'll see posted on my website as well, and my YouTube channel. But that's the eye now of the big mature mammoth with its trunk that's all been flaked out there. That's all been formed there by flaking. And we've got that mature mammoth. Wow, what an image of a mature mammoth that is. It's beautiful. And then we have a face with an eye, a nose, and a mouth looking up from the back of the mammoth. The eye, nose, and mouth looking up from the back of the mammoth there, which is typical iconographics when it comes to Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigies. That eye is great. And then if we use this eye here, this slit eye here, then that's not an old mammoth like that would be an old mature mammoth. Now we have just an adult mammoth facing off to the right. So almost kind of like an age progression in how they chip the eyes. And you see they even have hair flaring away from this eye right here as well. So, very similar to the Mount Carcom piece that I just posted on YouTube and on my website. So I think both of these have that imagery of going through a mammoth age cycle. Now, when we hold it this way, wow! Now we have the older face with the big nose and this eye that's been worked into the stone there intentionally, and the hair up above the head, facing off to the left, the old face. The young face with the upturned nose is now facing off to the right. Two great faces, really, when we use this as the eye, which was intentionally pecked there to make an eye, of that old face with the big nose pointing off to the left now. And now we have the young face with the upturned nose looking off to the right. Wow! And then we see on this side here, this is mainly just almost unifacial, not quite. But this is one big flake, paleo flake. And this side here is great too. We've got that eye right up here with that hair flaring away from there. Right up here. See all that beautiful workmanship, all that inscribing, all that engraving there around the eye of the mammoth, now facing off to the right. But I wanted to share this wonderful volcanic glass. In the more section below the video, you can read all about this volcanic glass, and you'll be able to see that it was tested in the geology department of the Stephen F. Austin State University in Austin, Texas. And an XRF, X-ray fluorescence test, was performed on one blue, one green, and one yellow volcanic glass Paleo Story Stone effigies. They were all effigies, and they were all determined to be naturally occurring volcanic glass. And you'll see a link to a spreadsheet in the more section. And I welcome you to look over the spreadsheet, which will give you the atomic structure, the atomic structure of this marvelous nature-made glass. But I just wanted to share with you this big paleo flake story stone face and mammoth effigy, showing the progression of the mammoth's age from baby to juvenile and from adult to senior, all imaged on one stone, very similar again to the Mount Carcom example that was posted just prior to this piece.